welcome to my channel. First of all, I want to say I'm so thankful for all of you who are subscribers that support my channel, the Hummingbird Nest. And if you are new to the channel, please subscribe and hit the bell to be notified of new videos. This video is going to be a very different video. Today I'm letting all of you know that I've set up a GoFundMe account as I am in need of help for medical and other expenses that the VA Medicare doesn't cover. I'm also in need of a van that can have adaptations done to allow me to use my power wheelchair and not be homebound. The VA provided the wheelchair but said they couldn't provide the van or any adaptations since my condition didn't happen while I was on active duty in the Air Force. I live on a fixed income, and this is not even a possibility for me to pay. Most of you know that I had been diagnosed in September of 2020 with a spinal cord tumor that was biopsied as an ependymoma stage 2, a very rare cancer. It was inoperable to remove all of the tumor as it was in the spinal cord itself. The surgery for a resection was done on September 19th, 2020, which resulted in paralysis from my upper chest to my feet. I spent 9 days in ICU and then was transferred to a spinal cord injury VA hospital in Augusta, Georgia. I spent many months as an inpatient working hard in physical and occupational therapy to try to get as independent as possible to be able to go back home. Once my surgical wound was healed, I was referred for radiation therapy as an inpatient at the VA hospital. Radiation therapy was from January 6th through March 17th of 2020. I was transferred back and forth to therapy for radiation therapy by transportation via shuttle, and then later on, as I got weaker, by gurney in an ambulance. With only 9 treatments to go, I was diagnosed with double pneumonia and was going in and out of consciousness. Eventually, I got better and was able to continue on with radiation therapy. Once it was completed, the doctors just immediately discharged me to home due to the COVID-19 pandemic. I was quarantined to my house due to my now very low immunity. I was slowly trying to find my new normal at home, using a nanny walker to get around the house for short distances in a wheelchair on days when I couldn't stand up. I was so frustrated because doing just daily activities wore me out. I wasn't getting better and I was so tired all of the time. In around May or June, I noticed a pimple-like bump on the labia of my vaginal area. I also noticed pain in my right groin area. So I messaged my doctors thinking I had a vaginal yeast infection or had caught herpes at the rehab hospital, as they made all the patients use a gurney for bathing and a rolling toilet seat to go to the bathroom on the toilet. My doctor prescribed medication and refilled it a second time because it wasn't getting better. In fact, it had grown into a wart-like tumor. I was experiencing a lot of pain, especially when I urinated. It burned like fire. I messaged my primary care doctor again, requesting an office visit. My doctor was on vacation, and so they referred me to an urgent care facility. I didn't want to go there because they didn't know my medical history, so his nurse reluctantly made me an appointment. Long story short, after seeing a regular GYN doctor at the VA, he took a biopsy, which hurt so badly. I wasn't given anything to numb the area up. He told me it would take 2 weeks for the results, but he called me in 2 days later to give me the terrible news. I was diagnosed with vulvar cancer stage 3 1B, a very rare cancer also. I was referred to an oncology GYN doctor at the VA, and she told me it was inoperable. Then I was referred to oncology, having to undergo a PET CT scan and brain scan to see where the cancer was in my body. The brain scan was negative, but the PET CT scan showed it had spread to the lymph nodes in my groin and upper thigh areas of my right leg. In a very short time, the cancerous lymph node popped up in my groin and is very painful. I went to see many doctors and more tests done. In the end, I will do chemotherapy at the VA hospital in Atlanta, Georgia. The doctors told me it's going to be very, very painful and will hit me like a Mack truck from the first treatment. I was terrified and scared. They have referred me to palliative care for pain management throughout this ordeal. I had to be referred to an outpatient radiation clinic as they didn't have it available at the VA hospital. So I went to the radiotherapy clinic in Lawrenceville, Georgia for a consultation, CT scan to mark the areas to be radiated. The vaginal area will be separate from the groin area. The doctor told me that the first couple weeks I might not feel much pain or have any side effects, but from the third week on, the vaginal area and the groin will blister up and feel like I had been burned. Again, more scared than ever. I knew what was ahead of me. I had to go to the VA hospital to pick up the disc for the PET CT scan for my oncology radiologist to be able to get things started quickly. I had surgery to implant the port in my jugular vein down into my chest. It's a vein that can stand up to the invasive chemotherapy. And here it is. Now I'm waiting to hear from an oncology radiologist to set up my radiation appointments so that the VA can schedule the chemotherapy, as they have to be given together. The chemotherapy is supposed to help the radiation work better. If the tumor shrinks to a size that is small enough, surgery to remove it would be possible. I was told the cancer is not curable, but it's treatable. The doctors told me that I will need help at home as I get weaker and weaker. They also told me the VA and Medicare will only allow a few hours a week and that I would have to hire more help and pay for it myself. Since my husband of 32 years of marriage passed away in April of 2017, I don't have much help. My two youngest sons live with me but are limited to what they can do to help me. I don't have a daughter or any family close by that would help me through this very long and painful treatment. So I have put up a GoFundMe account, and if you feel led to make a donation, I would appreciate it, and to let others know of your family and friends that they can make a donation to this account too. I love all of you, and I will try to do updates as I go through my treatment. I'm very scared and frightened, and I just pray that it will go, they will be able to get most of it, and it will go into remission to allow me to continue living here with my sons. I want to thank you in advance, and I appreciate all of you to take the time to watch this video and make a donation. Love you all. Bye-bye.
This cancer's got me weak, and I can hardly speak. I wish that I could show you how I feel. This pain that you don't know, you just won't let me go, because then it would become so real. I'm fading like color in the dark. Time is wasting, surrender in my heart. It's breaking, my final goodbye. Body shaking, flying high. I'm flying high. Time is wasting, surrender in my This cancer's got me weak, and I can hardly speak.